back, my lovely darlings, to my channel. Today it's Monday, another video, a new fresh week, new start for some of us. The summer is really coming with a big steps. I think it's going to be appropriate and on point to talk more about summer outfits, and today we're going to talk about white summer dress, which I think every single lady, it doesn't matter if she's more classic, feminine, if she's more sexy, if she's more flamboyant, I think every lady should have white dress in their wardrobe. It's such a staple piece. You can really add some interesting like accessories if you want to look a little bit maybe flamboyant, but white is such a classic color. It's such an elegant dress to have, especially if you go for a medium size, like medium length, then I don't think you can go wrong with that. This is just perfect piece for a summer, and honestly it's great for beach, just to cover yourself up. It's great if it's a little bit more elegant, and obviously for a nice walk in summer in some kind of lovely little town, wherever you're going, basically whatever your plans are. So it is really great idea to have one in your wardrobe, and today we're going to talk about those white dresses, what kind of white dress we should choose, you know, what should we focus on. When it comes to details, I think the most important is, when it comes to white dresses in summer, to go for linen or cotton dress. So linen or cotton, or some kind of like a very light breathable fabric, because obviously you want to feel comfortable. You don't want to feel like it's too warm. Wherever we're going, we're planning to go, or wherever you live might be as well very warm. Choose this kind of natural fiber that it just allows you to, I don't know, walk, run your errands, go for a trip, and don't feeling like it's like you are boiling or something like this. So that's quite important. I would probably, linen looks a little bit more expensive, but cotton is a really good alternative as well. So those two I think are really great option. You can obviously go for silk as well, but silk, summer linen dress, summer dress, you know, I think you can find them beautiful dresses that are cotton, let's say 50-50 with silk, and then it's this kind of cooling effect as well, or linen with silk. This kind of mix is absolutely fine, but like a proper silk, 100% silk dress for summer, you know, maybe for an evening, then nothing wrong about that. But you want to have something nice, breathable, flowy, but it's also easy to walk, nothing that is maybe going to look too much. And I think silk dress, obviously they are very elegant, they are really nice, very feminine, but I think they are great for evening. Example of really fabulous look is this one here. Obviously we have a hat, and a hat always going to upgrade a lady. A beautiful dress with this kind of detail of on the sleeves and on the bottom, and that's actually one thing that I wanted to talk to you, is a detail. When you're buying a dress, look what kind of detail the dress has. This kind of like a little holes around it. It's a really fantastic option, and it doesn't really mean it's going to be more expensive than that, because you might find the dresses that they're not going to, price is not going to change, but they look more expensive, they look more luxurious, because they have this kind of lovely finish rather than just plain material. And I think when you want to have this kind of image of yourself that you don't look really like cheap, because nobody wants to look cheap, but you want to look really upgraded, then this kind of detail is really sweet, really feminine, and honestly look for dress with something like that. To show you different samples of detail, for example, this dress over here has all over the details. So you have a sleeve without any fabric underneath, but the main dress obviously has this kind of lining underneath, so it's obviously not see-through, and you can't see, you know, the underwear or anything like that, because that's not really good when you actually, when the dress is too thin material, and then you can actually see the underwear. That's just not really elegant, obviously. But this option here, really wonderful, and I would say this kind of detail is always going to upgrade you. When it comes to, when we are actually talking about detail as well, I want to point out, when you're buying a dress, look at the buttons, because when the buttons, you know, when there is some kind of, I don't know, something sticking out, some kind of like a thread sticking out, then obviously that's going to really downgrade your look. So you want to make sure that everything is really nice. So you want to make sure that your buttons look good. They're not really like almost hanging, that they're going to just fall down because the thread is all so loose. That's another thing to look at when you're obviously buying a dress. When it comes to silhouette, you don't want to be too baggy. That's going to be big no when you're buying something that is very like huge and you're going to just look like you're wearing some kind of sack of potato. That maybe is going to be very comfy because you can move around and you know nothing is going to really bother you because it's such a big piece of material. And I'm not talking that I'm not saying that you really need to have super, you know, attached to your body very sexy. No, you want something that is flowy, that it's maybe have this kind of silhouette of hourglass, that you can maybe make an accent on your waist, just to look more feminine. You don't want to look like potato sack, basically. You want the silhouette to be feminine. You want to feel like a woman. You don't really want to feel very muscular, very like you're overwhelmed by the dress. You want to look really basically nice. You want to feel nice as well when you're on holiday. You just don't want to feel like you hiding in that piece. You want to feel like it's another great opportunity to look well, rather than just wear something that completely doesn't make any figure for you. It just gives you disadvantages and you're losing confidence because of that. Femininity as well, add those kind of details like you can have a bows on your straps, you can have a nice like a belt in your waist just to cinch you in. You can obviously have a nice neckline that it's going to give you feminine look, but you obviously don't want something that is very deep. You don't want to bring this kind of attention, like a vulgar attention to you. No, I think nice square or even like a nice V neckline, but just not something that is just showing off everything you've got. Might be a detail on the back, maybe there will be some kind of cut material on the back, so it's going to be a little bit feminine, a little bit sexy, but not too much. These kind of little things really can change your dress rather than looking very plain. If you have something nice in the back, then it's going to look more interesting, different than everyone else, because obviously you're going to find ladies that are wearing white dresses and maybe you want to stand out from the crowd, maybe you don't, it's obviously your option, but having something like maybe nice ruffles on your sleeve, it's going to make your dress a little bit different. Pair it with nice accessories like some kind of straw hat or woven hat, some nice woven bag, as well as maybe a different belt. Even if your dress has a belt, you can change it for something that is going to match your hat and maybe your bag. Pair with nice woven shoes. This kind of elements gives you this gives you a summer look, more like put well together a summer look, more polished one, rather than if you go for something that it doesn't have those kind of woven elements. I think those woven rattan elements are absolutely fantastic for summer, and they're going to make the look more summery rather than spring. You don't need to wear shoes on heels. This summer look as well, it gives you this kind of opportunity to, you can go for nice flats, just like a nice sandals overall. I think those can be really, really great. I think honestly white dress is a really, really great idea, and if you're thinking about investing in something this year, go for white dress if you already have one and you never really thought that you can add those extra elements, just make it. Sometimes, you know, a belt can really change a dress. If you feel like you already wore your dress so many times, a belt can change a dress, or adding a hat can completely transform your look from a really like a standard one to something really, really fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. I am going to have a few more videos about summer. Obviously, look, we're going on holiday ourselves as well in 4 or 5 weeks time. So that's going to be exciting. I'm obviously going to record that as well for you. I believe we're going to choose Crete this year, not to fly far, because obviously we have small kids. See you in the next video.